Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And hi, my friend. So today I will present
Hi,
about the 3D
everyone.
bioprinting, about the drug discovery or drug screening. So
Oh,
can you introduce yourself?
okay. So my name is Farah Ashura, and
What are you from? Faculty? Mechanical, right?
yes, exactly.
So the first thing I will go through about the introduction. So 3D printing is a revolution drug discovery and screening by enabling the creation of complex functional human tissue that closely mimic natural physiology. So this technology allow research to develop more accurate in vitro model, enhancing the prediction of drug efficacy and safety, and reducing the reliance on animal testing. So next about the challenge. Uh, for my gap for the research, 3D bioprinting face challenges such as ensuring the longevity and stability of printed tissue, integrating vascular networks, and scaling up production for widespread use. Ongoing research aim to address the issue with the goal of fully harnessing the potential of bioprinting in pharmaceutical applications. So, for the third advantage, the firstly is about the enhanced accuracy. Bioprinted tissue replicate the intricate architecture and functionality of human organs, providing a more reliable platform for testing drug response compared to traditional 2D culture. For the high throughput screening, methodology facilitates the production of multiple tissue sample simultaneously, expedition expediting the screening process and allowing for the rapid evolution of numerous drug candidates. For the lastly is about the personalized medicine. So by using patient specific cells, bioprinting can create individual tissue models, paving the way for personalized drug testing and tolerate therapeutic strategy. So how is what about the 3D biofabrication? So the firstly is bio in preparation. So form we take from the living cell and nutrient human tissue. So scientists start by preparing something called bioin, a special material made from living cell and nutrient. So this cell can come from human tissue like skin, liver, or even cancer cell, depending depending on what the scientists want to get it. So for the step two, designing the structure. So we using computer software. So they design the structure of the tissue they want to print, like 3D print normal lah. So for the third step, printing layer by layer. So 3D bioprinting prints the tissue layer by layer just like a normal 3D printer but using bioink instead of plastic. So the printer builds a 3D structure that closely mimic real human tissue. So this step same like the 3D printer for normally we use and we saw it. So but 3D biofabrication it not is use the structure like a bioink. So for the step four, tissue maturation. So after printing, the tissue is placed in a special environment like a incubator. So you know incubator, right? So it's about to allow the cell to grow, interact, and form a living
Yes.
functional tissue. So for the last step is drug testing begins. Scientists then apply new drugs on chemical to the bioprinted tissue to study how it reacts. So this helps them to understand how effective the drug is. And the second is whether it causes any toxic or harmful effects. So I think that's all for my presentation. Can you understand it?
Yes, I get the point of view about this 3D bioprinting. This is kind of new thing for me because I always hear about 3D printing, but not 3D bioprinting.
Oh, I get it. So For me, for this year, for this semester, like me, is my first literally biopainting too. So I will go through the question. So the first question I want to ask you about what you understand in my presentation. For the first
Okay.
question, have you heard of 3D biopainting before? Like you answer it's before. You don't. You have you sound you for the first time, right? So what's your
Yes.
first impression of it's being used in drug testing?
Okay. So my first impression about this 3D bioprinting is, like the idea of printing a living tissue is like science fiction. But when we use it for uh medicine testing, it actually sounds really smart because usually we will use animals, right? Then we call it as a tico smart mile. So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, for me, I will feel so pity look at the animal they die, right, because of the
yeah.
testing. So by having this bio 3D printing, 3D bio printing, I'm sorry, uh this will make more uh ethic, right? So it's really futuristic and very good.
Okay. Thank you for the second question. In your
Mm.
opinion, do you think 3D bioprinting will help speed up the process of making safer medicines? What
Thank you.
or why not?
So as I'm not expert in this bio line, you know, uh, my opinion after listening to your presentation just now, it does seems like 3D bioprinting could really help speed things up since research you can test drugs directly on the printed human-like tissues as per presentation that you showed to me, right? They don't have to rely as much on the animal testing, which usually will takes a long time, right? So it sounds like a very fastest way and can be more accurate because we take the living cell itself. So it will give real results. So it can be good, what we call it, feedback for the researcher, and then they can enhance and produce a very safe medicine.
Okay. Thank you.
Mhm.
For the last question I will ask is about do you agree that 3D bioprinting might make medicine cheaper in the future? Or do you think it could make things more expensive? What's your takes on that?
Okay, all right. So, uh, in my opinion or in my thought, for me, I don't know, the medicine line, but for me, this kind of new thing, so it's kind of new technology, so it might be expensive, okay, but see, what we call it, seem like the solar technology, right? It's still new, so it's expensive, but when the demand is high, so I think it might be cheaper in the future if a lot of the researcher or the medicine factory line, they jump into these 3D bio God, 3D bio printing, right? So
Yeah.
when the demand is high, uh so they can be cheaper.
So it seemed like the 3D printer for the firstly it come out.
Yes, right. Yeah, I agree with that.
So that's all for me, and thank you for your spend your time for me for the listening of about my topic 3D biofabrication. So
Okay.
sorry to take your time and thank you so
It's
much.
okay. Mhm.
Have a nice day. Thank you.
Okay, you too.
Assalamualaikum.
Okay, Waalaikumsalam.